Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel. We're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. And now tonight's final episode is going to be with Naya Family Canoe Journey. I've interviewed Naya before, a fantastic organization for Native Americans, and it's the Family Canoe Journey really piqued my interest, and so we're going to be talking with a couple of people about that today. To represent Naya, we have Frank Albee. You are a Inupiat elder and spiritual helper.
Yes, I am.
Thank you for being here today. And Monique Lopez, Apache Polar. Mm-hmm. Very nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So, if one of you could tell me a little bit about Naya itself. That's Native American Youth and Family Center, correct?
Yes. It started out, 35, 40 years ago as a youth center. NAYA was a Native American Youth Association.
Right.
Well, as time went along, it turned out that they found out that we need to have something for the whole family. And so they started including, parents, adults, grandparents, and it morphed into the Native American Youth and Family Center.
And that's been a really good thing for the community, hasn't it?
It has been. They have good children's program, adults program, and elders programs.
Right. And I like the way that it's a sort of a holistic approach to the community, bringing everybody in, because I know that Native Americans tend to have a lot of respect for their elders and bring them in, whereas some cultures don't do that as much, which I think is a sad thing. But it's bringing all that together and helping where you can help, but gaining from the knowledge of the different groups. I've been very impressed with a lot of the things you've done there. I've attended a few things that Naya has put on, and some of the luncheons for the school.
School lunches.
Yeah.
We feed babies in the daycare that we have. It's called Applegate. And we feed the elders, we feed the high schoolers, we feed all the staff and all the community that comes in.
Wow.
So
yeah.
we feed a lot of people.
And you have a lot of programs,
Yes.
a lot of different kinds of programs.
All kinds of
for
programs.
new homeowners, and they're not only restricted to Native Americans, they're open to the community.
Absolutely.
It's open to everyone.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Even college programs.
Yeah.
Oh, college programs too.
Yes.
It goes like from babies all the way to
So it's
elders.
a very comprehensive
Yeah.
program, yeah. So
And I was one of those children that was raised in
Really?
Yeah, that's
So-
where my parents would take me and kind
So
of
when was your first exposure to Naya?
Oh my goodness, I was probably maybe like 9.
Really?
That I can remember, like
Yeah,
the first time
yeah.
going, and it used to be like out in Southeast, and
Oh, okay, because now it's on Columbia Boulevard.
and before that it was on Mississippi. So
Oh, it was on Mississippi.
yeah, it sure was before
And
Mississippi
before
got out.
that, it was on Hawthorne.
Yes, it was absolutely.
So you go back further
Yeah,
than
that
I
was the
do.
Southeast.
Yeah, yeah. I lived about a mile from there when I was,
Okay. Yeah.
from where it is now. I did, but and that's how I became familiar with it, because my bus used to turn
There you
in
go.
there when I was coming
Yeah.
to work out here, and I said, "What is this place?" And I was very impressed with all the programs you have and the work you do. But this one that we're going to talk about tonight, I didn't know anything about, and that's the Family Canoe Journey.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
Yeah, is it a fairly new?
It's a couple years old, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 years.
So tell me about what is a Family Canoe Journey, and what does that mean?
Well, the elders saw at one point, about 3 or 4 years ago, they saw a need to teach the children or to educate the children on some of the culture of the past.
And just pass that on so it
And,
wouldn't be lost. And
Yes, but it was a way to teach the children of our culture and our traditions. And one of the things that used to be so very important, so long ago, was a canoe. There were no roads, but there were plenty of rivers and
Right.
lakes. And so the canoe was the main transportation for trade, for village to have communications, to get together, to have their feast days, celebrations. The canoe, carried the people. It carried everything, their hopes, their dreams. It carried their livelihood.
it would be their lifeline, I'm sure,
Yes.
to get to other
It
people, to
was.
get to the things they needed to survive. And
To go out to the ocean to get their fish,
Right.
seal meat.
so very, very crucial to
everything.
survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the elders decided that we should revive the old custom tradition of canoes and use the canoe as a vessel, to help the children, to grow in a way that they grew up, a long time ago.
So rather than just telling the story, you actually live the story.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So how does this work, and who's involved?
Well, we do have quite a few involved. We have students, we have adults, and we have elders, and
children.
And children.
and children. Yes. We try to get them. You might see some pictures later on of little toddlers.
Wow.
They want to be.
I'm sure they
a part
do.
of it. They want to
They're on the
ride
canoe
in the
with
canoes.
us, so
Wow.
absolutely.
It's a long time ago. It was told to me by one of our medicine men that it's good to have children among you, always little children. He says because in their innocence, they will bless you. And so we
that.
like to have the children in our group because we know that they're a blessing to us.
That's
also.
beautiful. I like that. I like that. You have a few children, and Apache, your daughter, is here tonight
Yes.
in our control room. And
She
will
is.
she be involved?
Yeah,
Well,
she is.
involved.
She doesn't get on the water for her own personal reasons, but she's there to support. And
There's other
her
ways to
favorite
be
thing
involved.
is her favorite part is the food.
That would be my favorite part
Yes,
too,
yes,
probably.
yes,
But
yes. And they build friendships, and it's really nice.
the building of community would be a big part of it,
it's
wouldn't
huge.
it?
And for all age groups, no matter what age my children are, or even my husband, or my oldest son that's graduating, everyone's connected to it and other families. So,
That's
and
a great way
it's
to.
really nice. It's really nice for my children to get all the knowledge too from all the elders. And
Right.
we drum on. For a while it was every other Sunday. We'd drum and sing and work out. Oh, work out. Yes.
Work out too.
Intense. Lucas is a great skipper, and he works us out very good.
So you are actually going to be.
I am a puller.
You are
Yeah.
a puller. So explain to us what that means.
That means I will be on the journey on the canoe. Yes.
Yeah.
Doing it. Yes.
It's kind of a puller's another name for somebody like a rower or a
Okay.
paddler.
Okay. Okay.
That's where you term puller.
Right. So it might be more common to some people. So that is hard work. That's
Yeah.
why you got those good arms, right? Yeah. That's great. Good exercise.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
very intense.
So how many canoes are going to be making this?
Well,
Oh, my goodness.
we'll just have one canoe going on the trip, but the
From Naya.
Naya does have, right now we have 4, and by the end of the week we'll have 5.
5 canoes?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But the 4 that we started with are smaller, regular, traditional canoes. Well, when I say traditional, I mean today's tradition.
Okay.
The metal and the canvas.
Right. Right.
But the one that we have this weekend will be, made out of cedar. Wow.
We're
Built
so
in
excited.
Washington.
Wow. You brought some pictures and I think a map too that we should take a look at and maybe I believe it was from last year's event, and take a look at it and maybe get an idea of how this works. So here is a picture here. Can you see that there?
Yes.
Frank?
We do like to get them young.
That is so cute. Ready to hop in, huh?
Yes, she is.
And so is this on the Willamette or the Columbia?
This
is on the Columbia, isn't
This
it?
is on the Columbia
Yeah.
at Kelly Point, and
Okay, yeah.
this is one of the first canoes we had. You can see they're smaller ones.
The one in the front, not the back.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's pretty much close to the confluence of the Willamette and the
Yeah.
Columbia there, isn't it?
And we initially started our training in a Columbia Slough, which is right behind the
yeah.
Naya,
Right.
out on
You see
Columbia, off
they're
of Columbia
boxing
Boulevard.
over there. We're working out in the middle. They're boxing.
They're
over-
boxing?
Yeah, kickboxing. Yeah.
Just to get for the
To get
exercise?
fit.
Just for the
Yeah.
exercise.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
So do you do that too?
yep. That was my daughter's. 2 of my daughters.
Really?
right out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. So is this the group that, tell me,
That went last year.
This is the ones that actually went on the canoe. So
Most of these went on a trip last year, up to Nisqually, up to Quileute.
So it starts here.
No,
Sorry, or
we're
is it-
starting in Squamish.
Oh, you're
The
starting in
Squamish people.
Yeah,
and you're
we're going to
down
go
here.
up to Hood Canal.
Up to Hood
Oh,
and
okay.
back down around to Nisqually. Through
But
the
this
Puget
is last
Sound.
year's picture.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow, look at
It's
that.
the protocol coming in.
Now, what does that mean when you say the protocol? What does that refer to?
Protocol is etiquette, tradition, respect,
Yeah.
honor. It's an accepted way of doing things. I mean,
Well, I kind of
in
know what protocol means, but in this situation, what is
in
that?
this situation, when you're coming to somebody else's homeland, reservation, or beach,
You have to.
you cannot beach your boat until you have their permission.
Okay. And
And
it's
that's
it's a way of showing
protocol.
respect. And
It's respect, for their land. And so you call out, and they'll ask you, who are you? And I say, we are the canoe, the Naya canoe journey. And may we land, Are you friendly? Are you have weapons? No.
we're friendly, yes, and weapons no. Yeah. Love it.
And they'll allow you to land.
That's great. That's great. So how long does this journey last? How long does it take?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow.
What do we say?
And-
Okay, now,
180
okay.
miles.
Yeah,
So
I
show,
know.
show me here what we're, so the landing down there, that's where the star is at the bottom?
Yes, that's a canoe landing in Swantown. You can see where the journey goes up by Port Gamble, up toward Port Townsend, comes around, and then comes down on the inside again.
Wow.
It's
That's quite a journey.
it's close to 180 miles.
Wow. And so how does that work? Are you in teams where you,
Yeah.
like you
Well, we'll just, it goes on right now, everybody's schedule of obviously everyone has jobs and we have,
Right.
responsibilities also. So it's, it goes on who is available. And so we'll just switch out and switch in and
so how much actual pulling will you be doing? I mean, how long of a
well,
stretch would you?
I think we said like 30 to 40 miles a day, 20 to
Really?
40 miles a day. I believe that's what.
Wow.
I
That
mean,
sounds
we,
like a
we
lot.
do a 15,
strenuous.
we've done 15 miles a day,
Yeah.
like in training. So, and we're going further. And now we're practicing every week versus we were practicing on the water. And then the next week we would be drumming, singing, and working out, like intense workout.
Right.
We work out every Sunday. And of course,
Best shape of your life, aren't you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Monday morning you go into work and you're like, I can't move. No.
I bet.
You might have 8 or 10 pullers on the canoe.
At a time.
Then you'll also have additional pullers that are moving as part of the support group.
Okay.
And if somebody gets hurt or pulls a muscle or becomes so tired that they can't continue, then the
Somebody swap
relief
out.
pullers, they swap out.
Okay. Have you done this yourself?
No, not in this manner. I've
Yeah.
done a lot of canoeing when I was a kid.
Did you?
In Alaska with the birch bark canoe.
Really? And were those made by your people? I mean,
They were made by Athabascan Indians, and I used to go down to the village and borrow the canoe, and
really?
as long as I brought it back safe and sound, they were willing to let me use it.
That's great. That's great. So the launching of this is going to be taking place on June 12th, right? That's
Yes.
coming right up.
Yes.
And it's a ceremonial naming first
So
launch.
yeah,
Tell me
so
what
it's
that,
not the actual launching of.
a ceremonial.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
what this
ceremonial,
is we're getting our new canoe. They're picking it up on Saturday. That was built by an amazing gentleman, John. And they're going up to pick it up and they're going to bring it down. And on Sunday we're going to have a naming ceremony and.
So you don't know what the name is yet.
Well, I will be doing the naming, and
You will.
there's-
You get the honor of doing the
well,
naming.
yeah, and right now I still don't know what it is, but when a canoe comes in, what I'm going to do is I'll go up to it and I'll talk with it.
Speak to
I
it and
will
see.
put my ear to it, and
And see what it tells you.
it'll tell me. It'll tell me
Yeah, I believe that.
who
I
has,
believe that, yeah.
who the canoe is, and
Is a canoe always a male?
I will be the. Not necessarily.
So just
Not
curious.
necessarily.
No.
No.
Never know.
Good question.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just be the interpreter, during
Yeah.
the ceremony.
Wow, that's really, that part is really fascinating to me, just to be able to do that and to be able to hear it, because I'm sure not everybody would hear what they needed to hear.
Right, right.
Well, that's, and in the old days when they cut down the huge cedar trees, people would go and, and beat on it with devil's club, then they would listen, and the tree would tell them things, you know. It's whether, you know, the material is good on the inside, because sometimes the interior of a tree, you know, might be rotted.
Be rotted
and so
inside,
you don't
yeah.
want to use that tree.
Wow, that's amazing. So tell me what I don't know about this trip. What are you looking forward to, both of you, to this whole event? What means the most to you?
Well, I could say for myself and my family, we're really excited about you know, being together with other families, being on the water, being on the campgrounds, and just spending an amazing time together. Also, my family hosts the protocol. Well, there'll be tribes and people from all over Washington, Oregon, hosting. So when we come in, they'll be taking good care of us. And so my family's coming down from Lemmy Res, and so I'm really excited to have them there to, you know, help me out.
Sure.
I'm really excited about just being one with the water. It's just an amazing feeling when you're just out there pulling, and
I bet.
I'm excited to get into the big water.
Are you scared?
I was, but now I think I'm so comfortable with water now. There's of course a little bit of nervousness,
I
you
would
know.
imagine. I would think doing that if you've not done it before would be a real growth opportunity
Right,
for you as
yeah,
a person, you know, just to challenge yourself to do something
Yeah.
like that, and to know that your people before you had done that, and you're kind
Right.
of following in the footsteps of you know, your ancestors. I think
Yes,
that would be a really
absolutely.
a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the journey, you know, when all the canoes come in, you know, there's going to be 80 to 100 canoes. There's going to be thousands,
Wow.
So
thousands,
That'll be amazing to see.
thousands of people, you
huge
know, and the
celebration.
dancing and drumming that goes on.
That's one party.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
The hard work pays off.
Yeah. What do you hope that the kids get out of this? What do you think is the most important things that kids can take out of that? Either of you?
Oh my gosh, there's so much they can take out of it.
I think one of the things that we want the kids to look at that and say, I want to do that.
And be
You know,
proud. Be proud of
yes.
that. That's what I think. You
I
know,
want to be a part of that.
'cause it's such a sense of community in doing that. I can imagine that's just, and you probably meet all sorts of different people, but they're like family when you're going through something like that.
Absolutely,
That's-
because
that's
we're all
how-
going through it together.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
the children, they just like, they just suck. No, I don't mean suck, but they just kind of
They absorb all the.
Yeah, they absorb all of it, and it just becomes normal and organic to them.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
this is
that's-
just the way they
that's a good
live.
way
and
to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. So when you're doing this, and you said it's a 2-week trip. When you stop for the night, I assume you stop for the night.
Yeah.
Camping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, the ground support will have a camp set
Amazing
up
support.
to feed everybody, you know, and, you know,
How many people would be in a campground? I mean, like, you know, how many people would?
Well,
be?
you figure we
Well,
have
and
quite a few families. So.
probably in our group, you know, there might be 50, 60 people in the camp.
Yeah.
It's a lot to feed.
The pullers,
Yeah.
you know, and
And their family
And we've
members.
been
and-
we've been
family.
So
preserving.
does some people like drive up and meet you there then and provide?
Yeah, while
other
we're
kinds
on
of
the
support?
water.
You're on the water, but then other
Yeah.
people maybe go up there to
the
meet you there
camp
to provide.
support will know where they're going to stop for the night, and they'll go ahead and set up the kitchen, you know, and set up the rest area,
Yeah.
things like that.
Nice. It's got to be very organized to make this
Yes.
all happen.
Yes.
We meet weekly, and it's been quite the adventure. We've had
bet.
a couple fundraisers, and we've been we have an amazing CC who's been preserving food for us.
Amazing what?
CC, one of our elders, she's been
Oh, okay.
preserving food
Wow.
since the very beginning of the year.
You
Yeah.
used to eat while you're on this.
Yeah,
on your
absolutely.
journey.
Yeah. So so we're really excited.
Sounds like it's really involves a lot of people. You know, like you said, the elders, the kids, and
Yeah.
everybody in between.
There's a place for everyone.
That's
Yes.
lovely.
There's a
Yeah.
place
It
for
all
everyone.
comes together. Once it starts, it all comes together.
It just sounds very joyous.
It is.
Very joyous and spiritual. I think it sounds
It
great.
is. It is what we often refer to as a spiritual journey.
Yeah, I can see that. We don't have a whole lot of time, but I want to know first of all, before I forget, tell me what we're looking at here. You've got some paddles here.
These are,
Can you
paddles.
hold one of those up? So Yeah, it's so that maybe our camera can get a shot of that. Can you hold it, like turn it, like that, so that
Like this,
Don,
okay.
Don there can get a shot of that. And
Most of these are eagles.
they're beautiful.
And,
Are these handmade?
These are handmade, and I received this one from an Alaska native who was having a giveaway. And on one side it's painted, it's eagle. You can tell by the beak here, that tells you it's an eagle. And you turn it over, and exactly the same thing on the other side that's carved. And then this paddle right here, and it was a carved eagle. And again, you can tell what it is.
Well, yeah, I
by
can
the
definitely see
beak.
the eagle in that. Yeah. And the other side, is it plain?
No.
Is it,
The other side is plain.
Okay. They're beautiful.
But they're ceremonial paddles that we have in the house, and they're
You put them on the wall or on a
like
display of some
people
kind.
might have a cross, or they'll have a Bible on the table,
Right.
or they'll have different things. And this, is what we have in our home.
They're really beautiful. But the paddles that you use on the water, much bigger.
Yes.
Much bigger,
Way
yes.
Yeah. How big are they?
Well, they measure them all individually. So
Really?
from about here down. So like
Wow.
everyone's is a different size. You want it
Your
to fit
chin,
them.
no idea.
your nose.
Do you take your paddle with you then? I mean, so the paddles aren't like attached to the canoe or anything.
No,
you just
you
take them with
hold
you.
them.
Oh,
No,
that makes it
they're-
even harder,
There's
doesn't
no,
it? I mean,
no oarlocks or anything
Yeah.
like that on them. They're simply carried on and off.
I can just see you paddle.
Everybody has their own paddle, and generally the paddle might tell who you are by the design on it.
Wow.
Eagle
Does yours have a
Clan,
design
Raven
on it?
Clan.
I have not made mine yet.
So you have to make
We
it.
were actually going to do it tonight, and then I realized what tonight was. So,
Well, thank you for
they're-
taking the time to be here. So you make your own paddle too. It all just is. It keeps amazing me just how much personal involvement and
sacrifice. There's a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
sacrifice to this, and a lot of beautiful sacrifices and healthy sacrifices. And
Right.
It's really spiritual sacrifices. We. It's just amazing.
Yeah,
you're
when you're-
learning and growing and sharing, and it's just
and we're all
Yeah.
doing it together. And we have a lot of families and a lot of children, a lot of elders, and it's
wonderful.
every week, if not more than once or twice a week, we're all together. So.
all the things that you do at Naya, which are just amazing. This to me is just really moving. It's a very moving thing to be part of, I think.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. So can people go to your launch and to the ceremonial launch?
It's open to the public.
Okay, so that's
And that's Sunday, this
Sunday.
coming Sunday,
and that's at Willamette Park.
at Willamette Park at high noon.
High noon, okay. So Willamette Park, high noon.
And we're
on
feeding
this-
people.
on June 12th. You're
Yes.
feeding people too?
Food,
Well, there's some
yes.
incentive right there. That sounds great. Okay, well, we are out of time, and I really appreciate this. It's a really exciting and powerful thing that you're doing, and that's wonderful. You're both part of it. I'm kind of jealous. I think that's really.
You should come.
Well,
check
if
it out
I can come on
Sunday.
Sunday, I may come down and check
come
it
down and
out.
check
But
it out.
it's really
Come
impressive.
enjoy some good food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always about that. Thank you both very much. I really appreciate it, Frank and Monique, for
Thank you for
being out here
having
today.
us.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Community Hotline, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know I learned a lot, and I'm very impressed, so I imagine you are too. Do feel free to come check it out at the launch. You can say hi to my new friends here, and if you want to find out more about Naya, you can go to their website and check it out. We'll have the information on the screen. I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll see you here next week on Community Hotline.